Today we're going to talk about the B word everyone hates. Did you guess it? Hi, thanks for joining me, Live Life with Jay. Today we're going to talk about the B word everyone hates. Did you guess it? I don't know. It's budgets. Budgets and how to live your life on a $0 base budget. So, budget is the foundation of a financially free life. Yes. If you didn't know that, you know now. So, think of it this way. Let's say you're driving. You're driving your car. You have to direct it where it's going, right? So you're steering it. You're steering the car. Okay. And if you don't steer it correctly, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to crash. Yes, you're going to crash. That's what's going to happen. So, like money, you need to steer it where it's going and where it's basically, coming out from. So budget management is a physical picture of what your money looks like coming in and going out. And I'm going to show you what it actually looks like to do a monthly cash flow so you can get an idea of how to do yours. On my website, jnarvaez.com, there's a free downloadable version for you to print and you can do it along with me. I will post a link in the description below. Okay, so here is the monthly cash flow I've created. This you will find on my website at jnarvaez.com. So I decided that I'm gonna create a family of four, and let's say the family of four annual salary is $50,000. In a previous video, I mentioned that the cost of living for a lot of people were $57,000, so I just wanted to go a little under that and be more realistic. So the most important part when doing a monthly cash flow is you're focusing on the four important walls, the most important things that you have to pay and that you need to survive on. And so one of the things is what you pay for mortgage or rent. That's number one. Number two is your food, your groceries, what you need to eat. Number three are the utilities. Because if there's no electric, gas, or water, how are you going to be able to live in your home? And number four would be transportation. You need transportation to get to work and back, right? That's how you make your money. That's your income. That's how it's coming in. So the first thing I'm going to do is focus on those four things, and that's what we're going to plug in. So the estimate for someone making $50,000 is about $2,800 a month. That's just an estimate. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to plug it in as the net income. I already took taxes out of there, so that you know. So I'm just going to plug that in. That's what it is. The average mortgage or rent, I'm going to say in Philadelphia, and I'm just going to put in 1,000. So that's a little above what I used to pay in my old home. So I wanted to make it more like what it's kind of going for right now, especially for apartments. Now let's go into gas, water, and electricity, which is right here. I'm going to estimate 100. Obviously, it changes depending on the season. So let's just do 100 for all three, give or take.
Mine sometimes always fluctuated. Some months all three would be like 200, and then some months were 400. So I'm going right in the middle and putting 300. So it's 100 for each utility bill. Don't kill me. I'm just estimating. I don't really know what your bills are. So phone. So I have a phone for me and my husband. We pay $120. I've heard that mine is overpriced, but I'm gonna put it because it's overpriced. Okay. Internet. So the average internet cost is about $70. Depends how fast you want it, the more expensive it is. So I'm not gonna put anything for cable TV. I don't pay cable. If you have a subscription to Netflix and stuff like that, you can put that in there. Right now I'm just going to leave it blank. I'm just trying to put like the most important things that you pay. I wasn't supposed to put the phone and internet yet, but I did it anyway. So we're going to skip. Usually health insurance comes out of your paycheck. Most of the time, not everyone has it. So I'm going to leave that blank for now. For car insurance, I'm going to put in 200. That's what we pay right now for 2 cars. So I'm just estimating based on what I pay as well. And I'm gonna leave the personal stuff blank because obviously it depends on what you have. Everything is different. So I'm gonna leave it blank for now, and then I'm gonna head up to groceries. So grocery budget for a family of 4. The estimate is $400 a month. During COVID, I'm gonna be honest, it goes up a little bit, give or take maybe an extra 100 or so. I'm gonna put the 400 because that's my normal budget. I only do $25 per person per week. So if there's a family of 4, that's gonna be $100 a week, which means it's $400 a month. Clothing, I'm not gonna personally put anything for clothing. I only do it twice a year. I do kind of have like a little fund for it, but for right now, I'm just gonna leave it blank. I'm gonna head over to gas. And this is just gas for vehicles. I'm gonna put $2.50. We have one car that doesn't take as much gas as the other one. I also don't drive a lot. So $2.50 is probably pretty high during this time, but that's the normal. So I'm trying to go based on what we normally pay versus COVID time. But everything, obviously, you can adjust it to what you're doing. A monthly cash flow takes about 3 months to get a handle of it, to understand what your expenses are. And it varies. So once you keep documentation of what you spend on everything, then you'll have a better idea of how much you will be spending, how much you can budget, what you can take out, what you can put in. They're the most important that I put in. Now, all the debt goes here. I'm not going to put anything for that there because, I don't know what's your debt. I don't know if you have a car payment, but I did want to just give you an idea of what this looks like. Once you get the most important things on there, then you can start adding the little things that goes in, what you pay for expenses, what you put for ties, and whatever is left over, you can put straight into your emergency starter fund that's right up here. So for an example, let's total this up real quick, and just to find out where we stand. So the total for everything here is $2,340. Hopefully my calculations are correct. Remember that this doesn't include any of your expenses, so that would have to be put in. So after you write down all your bills, all your expenses, and you total them up and you subtract them from your net income, whatever money you have left over will go to your starter emergency fund. Remember, we've talked about this on the last video. A starter emergency fund is an emergency fund that will help you while you're paying off your debt. In case an emergency arises while you have debt, you have an emergency fund. If you already have a starter emergency fund, then the leftover money will be applied to your debt.
So you saw the process of how to do a monthly cash flow, a budget plan, and you know where your money is going, you know where your expenses are, you know your four walls, you know what you can cut, what your needs and what your wants are by looking at this form. If you really have serious financial goals and you need an emergency fund and you need to pay off debt, then I suggest that the biggest thing you need to do is start with this budget as your foundation. And every week I'm gonna have a new video for you that will get in deeper into the budget plan. Whether it's how to cut out expenses, how to fill some envelopes so that you can live with cash. Cash seems to be the easiest way to spend less of your money, because with a debit card you tend to keep swiping. Here you go, keep swiping. But with the envelope system, you will save so much more. So keep a lookout for that video. Another idea to look at your budget is looking at your budget and thinking, what on this form do I need to survive on? And then start from there and move your way. And then if you have like something that you really love that you can't give up, then you can add it to the budget. Having a money routine is a self-care. Think about it. Less stress. Keep a lookout on some other videos I will be showing couponing, living a thrifty, frugal life. It will definitely help with cutting expenses. It is time to live on less than you make instead of spending more than what you make. When you look at your budget and if it seems impossible, if it seems difficult, or maybe you looked at it and you're like, I didn't realize this is how much I had left over. Where is it going? And those are good questions to ask. It's amazing the things you see when you actually sit down and look at your budget. Extra expenses that you don't need and you're paying for. Extra money that's sitting there and you're like, where is it going? Well, guess what? Now you can tell it where you want it to go, because you have goals, and it's more important that you focus on those goals and you focus on those financial goals. You want to buy a home? Guess where that extra money is going to? Saving for a down payment for a home. Ask yourself, what do I have to do to get what I want? And the first stop is figuring out how to direct your money flow. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to hit me up on my website, janarvaez.com. I will put in the description below. I have a contact me page where it goes directly to my email. Feel free to contact me. Feel free to look on my page for any other resources that may help you. Anything, I'm willing to help. Sometimes the videos are too much, sometimes reading is too much, and if you can't get yourself on the roll and get started and you need that extra push, I do offer one-on-one coaching on my website. Check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications, like my video, and I will see you next week.